Hey Pisces Seeker, what up? Welcome back to the Existential Shift. Pleasure to have you. October, yeah. Working with the Steampunk Tarot. You're like, who are you calling a punk? You. I'm calling you a punk. You know how people keep talking about you like you're this really sensitive, emotional creature and half the people I train with in my karate dojo are Pisces. Pisces doesn't cry when they're sad. They pretend to cry while planning their vengeance. Beware of the angry Pisces. They know you. You know everybody, right? Because you're all the signs. Know thy enemy. Know thyself and know thy enemy, and in 100 battles you will not lose one. So Pisces, you know yourself because you're emotional. You're there. You're in your fields. And then you also know thy enemy. You know thy everyone because they're in you. You've been there. You went through the reincarnation. I've been you, I've been you, I've been you, I've been you. Who do you think you're talking to? I know how you're thinking. I know what you want. I know what you're going to say before you're even going to say it. Pisces. Pisces ninjas. You guys are ninjas. Calm, quiet, floating around. If I would want to hire a mercenary, I wouldn't. But if, it would be a Pisces. An assassin, a Pisces. So you know what you're doing. It's an analogy. It's not an insinuation to ill intent or to evil. It's a declaration of skill. You're skillful. Enjoy the compliment. So I'm a little bit morbid. You kind of like it anyway. You're like morbid and optimistic at the same time. It's like you're two fish. One of you is morbid, one of you is optimistic. And it's not like Gemini where it's like two separate entities. It's like it's the illusion of two different fish. It's actually one fish, but everyone else sees two fish because they can't comprehend you being both at the same time. So you're just like, oh, you mortals, you muggles, you don't get it. I'll split myself just for you to be able to comprehend the duality. I'm not really dual. I'm both at once. Integrated. Yeah, Pisces. That's what you are. You're integrated. And most people don't get it because they don't know how to do that. Sorry. Okay. They don't know how to do that. They want to compartmentalize you. Well, are you good or are you bad, Pisces? Are you pessimistic, sad, and depressed and morbid? Or are you optimistic, happy, joyful, and creative? Which one is it? And you're like, well, both? And you're like, no, that's not possible. And you're like, I believe it is because here I am. And you learned throughout the years to show one aspect of yourself to people, right? Because if you show something complex, they're like, they don't get it. It's a little bit exhausting, isn't it? Well, I have good news for you, Pisces. We're going into the era of integration where you do not need to be compartmentalized. And in turn, you don't need to be traumatized from having to be compartmentalized, thus projecting it onto the world and trying to compartmentalize others. Well, if I can't be complex, you can't be complex. If I need to be compartmentalized, I need to compartmentalize you. That's a Pisces going banana. You don't need to compartmentalize them. You don't need to compartmentalize yourself. They can be 20 things at once, and so can you. Once you tap into that, to your superpower, first, you'll find your true love. Because your true love is not compartmentalized. They're not one thing. They're not wearing one costume. If they are, they're doing it similarly to why you're doing it, to survive in this very dual world of black and white and people needing to kind of place a caption or a tagline on people. But it's a costume that they change. Inside, they're all of these things, just like you are. But as long as you pretend to have your today's costume be who you are, you will not be able to recognize them, Pisces. They will confuse you because you're confused by yourself. Stop being confused by yourself, and then you won't be confused by your soulmate. Your soulmate, your true soulmate, is just as expansive as you are. Whether they are a Pisces or not, it's not a matter of zodiac sign. We all have all the signs in our chart. It's a matter of how someone works with their energies. By default, you already come here as a shapeshifter. You can't be with someone who is one thing. When you meet people who are one thing or two things, you get the experience of, they're mirroring an aspect of you that you connect with, but then soon enough you feel like incomplete, like something is missing, and you blame yourself. Oh, why do I get bored so easy? It's not that you get bored so easy, it's just that they are not enough. It's not that there's something wrong with you, Pisces, it's that they are not enough. How do you find someone who is enough? First of all, admit to yourself of your own complexity and vastness, and just live by it. It's O-fucking-K. And then when someone portrays these same types of characteristics, you won't be all like baffled. But my parents told me I need to be just this and just that, and they told me that if I'm not, then there's something wrong with me. So if you're like that, then there's something wrong with you, because that's what my parents said, or that's what my teacher said, or that's what my ex said, or that's what the book said, or that's what this article said, or that's what blah. They're all wrong, and they can shove it. Cheers. Page of Swords in the reverse. Internalize all of that, meaning go through the process with yourself. Most of the people around you will not understand you saying this to them because they are one or two things. If you're an abstract with 70 million colors and hues in it, and they have 3 or 4 colors and hues in it, they will not get it. And they will turn it around to feel better about themselves and to making you feel like you're crazy. Can you guys just leave me alone? What? Hello? I don't understand Chinese. I love Chinese, but if you call me and start talking to me in Chinese, I'm not going to get it. I'm going to hang up. It's not a person, it's a machine. Also, something was said that threw someone off, and it was said wrong. Something with the communication was not aligned with the intent or with the energy, and it deflated this air balloon. Took the wind off the sails of something. Sorry. If there are any Chinese people watching me, no shade, I don't understand it. So I'm just repeating the one thing I'm able to repeat. Like monkey hears, monkey says. Page of Swords in the reverse? Really? Okay. Show me more. Yeah, someone around you is putting ideas in your mind, Pisces, that are very limiting and sabotaging, and they're projecting their own state of existence onto you, trying to put you in their box when you're like so outside of it. And you're listening to them because they seemingly make sense. Because they talk as if they know better. Maybe. Nine of Wands. You recognize that there's something off. You recognize that you're like observing. You're like, I don't know if I can trust this person. Also, tons of spying. Who's spying on who? Like social media staring. There's someone is like doing heavy spying over someone. Four of Cups. Someone is, oh my God. Ugh, someone is like mopey in their space or whatever, and they're like spying on you. Now, yes, it could be the other way around. You might be spying on someone else. I don't know. You can reverse the roles, but it's like either there's an element of spying, and I don't mean like, you know, like James Bond type of spying. I mean like, you know, social media, things like that. So it's either that, then Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups, and then Four of Pentacles. There's a real strong sense of dissatisfaction. Someone is really not satisfied. They're putting so very little effort on the surface, but then so much effort and energy behind the scenes and beneath the surface. So it's like, if you're already spending so much time and energy on watching this person, you might as well just talk to them. It's like, on the surface, like, I don't care, I'm being cheap, I'm not giving anything, not expressing anything, but like behind the scenes, they're like obsessed. Roll my sleeve up. What? Show me more for Pisces for October. What is going on here? What is going on here? Show me more for Pisces for October, please. Any seekers? Too much. I think someone also wants to say something, but they're really worried, timid, insecure, doubtful about how it will sound or how it will be like, and then so they're waiting forever to like, it's like analysis paralysis, like trying to be really safe and like make sure to not make a mistake. So they're holding back for a really long time. The Emperor. Now, yeah, it's definitely a masculine energy. So this masculine on the surface appears really in control, really in leadership, really in grounded, connected, but beneath all that, it's everything I just said. 444, very stubborn energy that doesn't want to change. 5 of Pentacles, wow. There's someone here, very rigid, very harsh, very judgmental, very doubtful, that is really creating destruction around them. Like they do it in the name of order, but it becomes chaotic. King of Swords. Who else had King of Swords yesterday? Gemini. Someone is being incredibly, incredibly judgmental and arrogant. Like, I know better. I'm envisioning like a young woman going into either therapy or counseling of some sort, guidance. It doesn't have to be a therapist. It can be a lawyer, right? It could be an advisor, a professional, masculine, and and she's telling her story, and the Five of Pentacles and all the hardship and difficulties and what she's dealing with, and there's such a strong sense of judgment based, and it's theoretical judgment, like this person didn't actually experience this type of narrative that this individual here has went through, and they're like looking at it from a very mechanical, rigid place. If you're this Five of Pentacle energy surrounded with this judgmental energy, but you're there because they're supposed to be the advisor or something, you need to like run away, like not good. Almost imprisoning. I have 4, 4, 4. Pisces, what are you dealing with? King of Pentacles. A lot of male figures. Absolutely male, absolutely masculine. No, it's not this or that. No. Absolutely masculine energies surrounding a feminine energy. In a most, oh my god, the example that comes to my mind is so extreme, so please take it as like an analogy, okay, or a metaphor. It doesn't have to be that case, but for example, a woman in some sort is hospitalized in some sort of facility, maybe a mental facility, maybe a physical facility, something, and all of the caretakers and therapists and advisors are all male, older, and she probably also has a father figure, regardless, that put her there in the first place. And then they all come to the analyzing and the judgment. It could be a school with teachers and a student. Like, it could be so many things, okay? It could be a workplace with like bosses and you're like the new, I don't know. So anyway, because they're all like in that similar rigid, toxic masculinity, controlling mindset, that knows better, having not experienced that type of energy, it's like she believes them, right? You hear something enough times and from different people, and you learn to believe it's true. Now, this is one structure, this is one type of reality that goes by a specific set of rules, regulations, a structure, a set of beliefs. This could be religious. It could be in a religious family or in a religious group, right? This could be your local church, synagogue, mosque, Buddhist temple, anything. and they go follow a very specific, strict book with rules, and you're outside of it somehow, or this person is outside of it somehow, but not because there's something wrong with them. It's just there are other realities, there are other books, there are other formulas, there are other structures, there are other human mechanisms. Okay, this is like, you know what it's like? It's like someone being metaphysical and having lucid dreams and being very spiritual and sensing energies and entities and understanding the concept of other dimensions. And they're going to a psychologist or a psychiatrist that only understands the, not even Jungian, like you didn't even get there. They only understand like the Freudian basic, everything has to do with sex type of psychology, right? Very compartmentalizing, very like every dream is about sex. Okay. Freud, please impose your horny energy onto the world and let us follow it forever. Dar. Okay, so it's like this person that is very spiritual and energetic and more conceptual and understand different types of mechanisms goes into someone that's supposed to advise them and guide them and heal them and be a therapist of some sort, but they're just that psychologist, right? And they're trying to take all these things that they know and feel, that you know and feel, and like put it inside this little box and completely dismantle and cancel everything that you're sensing, as if you're either imagining or there's something wrong with you or you're wrong, and they're maybe shoving you a pill, you know, a psychiatric pill. You see energies, you see auras. They tell you you're imagining because auras don't exist, right? Or because other beings don't exist, or other dimensions don't exist. They're like forcing you into their book of rules. It's just one book. And making you feel like there's something wrong with you. Your mind is vast, they are narrow, and they're trying to shove you within that narrow hose of perception of reality. I am so sorry. Because it puts you in a Five of Pentacles. Feeling like a failure, feeling like something is wrong with you, feeling like... But specifically the energy that is coming up in this Five of Pentacles, I'm picking up like an energy of escape. Like someone trying to escape that mental asylum. And it's like, I'm not crazy. I'm a channeler. I'm a seer. I'm a visionary. You know, it's like Galileo Galilei, seeing the world to be round, and everybody in the scientific community tagged him as crazy. Because no, the world is flat. They literally put him in prison for saying that the world is round. Can you imagine what he had to go through when everyone around him tells him that he's crazy or wrong for knowing that the world is round? And they're like, no, the world is flat. How, I mean, you think to yourself, okay, maybe I am wrong. What, everybody's saying one thing and I'm saying the other. You need to listen to your heart, not to what you read in a freaking book that was written by a man or a woman. No shade on specifically men. You know, it was written by a human with their own perception, with their own life experience, the time that they grew up in, the culture they come from. Read several books. Write your own book with new rules and regulations, with no rules and no regulations. F it. People didn't believe that germs exist because we can't see them, because they're too small. Just because you can't see something doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Just because you don't comprehend something doesn't mean it's not valid. It just means that your mindset can't deal. So you either expand and learn and progress, but don't fucking try to shade me. Right? Who gets that more than you do, Pisces? And you're so sensitive and loving. You're thinking, maybe I'm wrong. Show me more for Pisces for October. I'm feeling you, Pisces. I'm really, really feeling you. Queen of Swords. There she is. She's like, nope. She's holding the sword of truth. She's like, no, I know. I know the truth. All of yous with your books and your rules and your regulations, I know better. This Queen of Swords must take the hand of only the person who honors it. Pisces, if this is you, don't reach out to those who cancel you. Only those who honor you and see your beauty and your brilliancy. You're brilliant. Give them a hand. But still hold the sword and be ready. She's like mistrusting. She's like, okay, I'll take your hand. It sounds good. You sound like you understand, like you, okay. But I'm still not certain because I've dealt with this and 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 this, so I'm holding on to my sword. Thank you. Oh, you want to go out? Sure, no problem. My sword stays in my purse. I'm not leaving it at home. Two of Swords in the upright. Psh, this reading is rough, man. You have got to close your eyes to what is seen on the surface and then just listen to your intuition with the full moon above and see this electricity in her feet. She's like walking on water and there's electricity. Your equilibrium right now, Pisces, in Libra season, will come from shutting down completely all the noises that try to suppress you. There's a lot of suppression on the table. Whether it's a polite suppression or flat out suppression, it's still suppression. And tread carefully, tread lightly, tread gently, but maintain your inner equilibrium, your inner core of what you know. You have to be very, very clear with yourself. It's almost like I'm guiding you to be in this month in a constant meditative state of like, someone says something to you. Now, of course, sometimes you're wrong, okay? Or sometimes it's just constructive criticism, obviously. But because this is so dominant in this reading, this energy, just take a deep breath and come back to source, come back to your heart, meditate and be like, okay, what does my heart tell me? It's literally everything. Five of Wands. You're going to have to fight for what you believe in this month. It's not going to be easy. You'll have some resistance. It might be even a test of faith for you, Cancer. Cancer? Sorry, Pisces. That's weird. Maybe you're dealing with a Cancer. Maybe there's a Cancerian trying to tell you what's right and what's wrong. I don't know. But Pisces, you will have to stand your ground to what you believe in. Pisces, October. Six of Swords. This is really nice. You managed to kind of, see how here we have the air balloon in the reverse? Because of, honestly, off communication and off information. And here, it's like flying high in the upright, two individuals. So maybe there's someone you can find solace with that understands you. There is someone coming in. Good. Oh, nice. That will help you kind of break out of this. It will give you ease and peace of mind, because it will be someone that kind of gives you confirmation that what you're saying is not crazy, or what you're saying is true, or what you're saying is valid. Bottom of the deck, the World card. All the elements. And the Ace of Cups. Wow. World, Ace of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the Star. Faith in oneself and in your knowing. And this could be someone who believes in you. Pisces, this is either you regaining faith in yourself and in your work and in your creativity and in your beliefs and in what you see, and achieving some sort of really great resolve, and you found faith in yourself. This is possibly a woman in a powerful position. It doesn't have to be. It could be a man. We do have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles here as a couple. So there is a couple coming up. This could be romantic. This could be someone with a romantic interest that believes in you. That tells you, hey, just because they don't see it doesn't mean it's not real. I see it with you. I see it with you. Okay? And it's such a, it has such healing attributes. It's amazing. The Star, Ace of Cups, and the World. You can transcend above this, and if you manage through this and you prove to your higher self and your spirit and the universe that, you know, the God is given gifts that you've received coming here to this earth, and the knowledge that you hold, and the creativity that you have, the inspiration, no one can take it away from you, and you believe in yourself, and you believe in it, and you believe in your purpose. That's when things will start shifting, and you'll find yourself in an environment that supports it. It's like you're flying high to a higher frequency where people around you just honestly know more than these numbnuts. They just get it. Bruce Lee never found himself truly in any of the martial art crafts. He was a master of karate, he was a master of kung fu, but he created Jeet Kune Do, which is a new craft that isn't one specific technique. It's a combination of all the things that work from different crafts, from different martial arts. And he wasn't rigid with his students. It wasn't like, you have to do this. No, what works for you? What does your body tell you? What does your spirit guide you to? Be water, right? A stiff wood breaks, but when you're water, you put it in a teacup, it becomes a teacup. You put it in a cup, it becomes a cup. And it's like you're water amongst stiff wood that created a dam that wouldn't let you flow, telling you that there's something wrong with you, that you need to be stiff like them. Who would nourish the stiff wood if not water? It's funny that the very thing that feeds that energy is being dismissed by those energies, right? Oh, animals aren't important. We can just slaughter them for our benefit, because They're here for us. They're here to serve us. We're better. You think you'd be here without them? You're just slowly but surely slaughtering yourself. Sorry, okay, there is love here, yay. I'm so relieved to see this because it started so difficult, and I'm sorry you're dealing with it, and I hope this gave you guidance and solace. I will continue this in your extended, focusing on the love aspect of it. You can find your extended on Patreon. I would love for you to join my platform there. And after we see into the dynamic between you and this person of interest of yours throughout the month of October, we'll also finish up with runes. And you can scroll down over on Patreon and see all the extendeds for all the signs this month, past months, and other yummy VIP content information just is over on Patreon. I love you guys. Check out Tarot Masterclass if you want to study tarot. Subscribe if you're new. Press the bell button to receive notifications. Comment, like to kind of encourage the channel's growth. And that's it. Stay magic, stay true. I love you so very much, and I believe in you, Pisces. You are modern day Galileo Galilei. You know, and they don't. So fuck 'em.